Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Tombstone Tourist. This week, I'm in the Garden of Everlasting Life here at Jefferson Memorial Gardens in Trussville, Alabama. This large cemetery is located a few miles northeast of downtown Birmingham, Alabama, and it has all flat markers. But the person that I'm going to be visiting this week had accurate GPS coordinates on his Find a Grave memorial, and I was able to find the grave in just a matter of minutes. Here, in the shadow of this beautiful statue of Jesus at the well, I find the final resting place of one of college football's winningest coaches. For more than 30 years, he was the coach of the Florida State Seminoles. Here is the grave of legendary coach Bobby Bowden. Robert C. Bobby Bowden was born on November 8, 1929, here in Birmingham, Alabama. When he was 13 years old, he contracted rheumatic fever and was more or less bedridden for over a year. To pass the time, he would listen to the radio, and almost every Saturday in the fall, you could bet he would be listening to the University of Alabama play football. After recovering, Bobby went on to be a star football player at Birmingham's Woodlawn High School. Upon graduation, Bobby accepted a scholarship to play football for the Alabama Crimson Tide. But his time with the Crimson Tide was limited, and he left school after only one semester. He returned home and eloped with his high school sweetheart. After getting married, he re-enrolled in college, this time at Howard College, which is today known as Samford University. At Howard, he played football and was the captain of the team his senior year. He also played baseball along with running track. He graduated from Howard in 1953. Following graduation, Bobby returned to Howard as an assistant football coach for the university in the 1954 and 1955 seasons. In 1956, he was named athletic director as well as the head football coach, baseball coach, and basketball coach at South Georgia College. In 1959, Bobby returned to his alma mater, where he compiled a record of 31-6 as the head football coach. His success was noticed by Bill Peterson, who was the head coach at Florida State. Peterson hired Bobby as an assistant coach for the Seminoles in 1962. Bobby stayed at Florida State until 1965, when he left to be an assistant coach at the University of West Virginia under Mountaineer head coach Bill Carlin. When Carlin left West Virginia to take the head coaching job at Texas Tech, Bobby Bowden was named the Mountaineers head coach. From 1970 to 1975, Bobby led the Mountaineers to a record of 42-26. His success at West Virginia led him to return to Florida State as the head coach in 1976. Arriving back in Tallahassee, Bobby took over a team that had won only 4 games in the last 3 years. In his first season, the Seminoles went 5-6. But things were looking up and expectations among the fans was growing. Those expectations were rewarded the following season when the Seminoles went 10-2 and defeated Texas Tech 40-17 in the Tangerine Bowl. Over his 34 years as the Seminole head coach, he had only one losing season, his first. From 1987 until 2000, his Seminole teams finished every season with at least 10 wins and was ranked in the top 5 nationally. He led the Seminoles to the national championship in 1993 and again in 1999. As a member of the Atlantic Coast Conference, the Seminoles won or shared 9 consecutive conference championships from 1992 to 2000. His Seminole teams lost only 2 conference games during that 9-year period. But after the turn of the century, the success of the Seminoles began to wane. The fan base was disgruntled, and following the 2009 season, the university decided to make a change at head coach. Bobby Bowden was let go in favor of Jimbo Fisher. During a 40-year coaching career, Bobby Bowden amassed a record of 377 wins, 129 losses, and 4 ties. He won 2 national championships and 12 Atlantic Coast Conference championships. Bobby Bowden was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2006. As the saying goes, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And this is true with the Bowden family, as 2 of Bobby's sons became successful college coaches. Tommy Bowden became the head coach at Tulane and at Clemson, while son Terry was the head coach at Auburn University. All 3 coached college teams to undefeated seasons. Bobby in 1999 at Florida State, Terry in 1993 at Auburn, and Tommy in 1998 at Tulane. In July 2021, the Bowden family announced that Coach Bowden had been diagnosed with a serious medical condition. He passed away a month later on August 8, 2021, from the complications of pancreatic cancer. He was honored by the state of Florida by lying in repose in the rotunda of the Florida State Capitol, and later at the Moore Athletic Center at Doak Campbell Stadium on the campus of Florida State University. A memorial service was held at the Donald L. Tucker Center. Following the Florida services, Coach Bowden was returned to Alabama, where he lay in repose in Reed Chapel on the campus of Samford University, where funeral services was held prior to being buried here in the Jefferson Memorial Park. This is where I'm going to end this video. I would like to invite you to share your thoughts and memories of Coach Bowden in the comments. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. And a thumbs up is always very much appreciated. Now, until next time, please remember, life is a wonderful journey. Be sure to take time and enjoy it. And I'll see you down the road. So long, everybody.